Hey everyone. So you just got done seeing how difficult, easy, quick it is to take my car camping vehicle back to just a regular car. That's how I designed it. I wanted that functionality. If I needed to haul something in the back of my car that was bigger, I could remove those items. With that being said, you may have yet to build your own vehicle, your own car camping masterpiece. If that's in a car, pickup truck, van, you name it, it's your world. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to try to show you a few maybe tips and tricks that helped me out when I built mine. The other thing that you have to also realize too is this something that you want permanently attached to your vehicle, or like mine, you're able to just go ahead and remove it whenever you need. So let's get started. So I guess one of the biggest things you'd have to figure out is, what are my needs? What do I want to do with this space? For me, yes, basically I have my bed that's there, and then over there I have my kitchen area. Of course, I always have that seat regular sitting up. You know, it's not you know, a full sit down. Actually, when I probably first started, before any videos, yeah, I think it was before any videos, I used to sleep back here with a air mattress. Twin would just fit. It was a little scrunched at the top, but I used just an air mattress, and that's how I slept. Like I said, you can just take and use some sleeping bags. Try it out first before you take the time, the effort, that money to build something out. So some of the things that make it simpler to build out your build is, yeah, one, tape measure, and probably some kind of writing device. Maybe you even might want to use some tape, make some templates with maybe paper, or you could even use that Amazon box that got your latest items that you made for your build that you're getting ready to. And then of course, you know, some scissors to cut around. So one of the biggest things that I found out when I did my build was nothing's square. Yep, nothing is perfectly square, simple, or anything like that. It takes measuring, it takes trial and error. You saw me removing that top board. Yes, I had to shave and shave just so I could angle it to get it up on top of this and then into the little ledge there. And then I actually have to brace it with the headrest so it stays in place. So, and then you got to think there might be some other things. We'll go on the front side. I'll show you some of the other pieces, builds, little things that, gadgets, whatever you want to call it, that I used when I did this build. So I'm going to flip you around and I'll show you some nice little things that I used when I done this, and maybe that will help you when you guys do your build. Let's flip you around here. Alright, so again, you can use that nice cardboard box. I think I'm just going to use a template here with some paper. So if I wanted to get this curve here, like with mine, of course you can tell right there that you don't have. So a lot of times I would take, let's see if I can position this to where you guys can see. Okay, so like I was saying, with your paper or anything, if you wanted to have this line where there's a crack here and you wanted the piece of wood just to that, you got all this empty space. A lot of times what I would do is I take the end of my paper here and then line up your other side there. And then what you can do is you just take your fingers there, or you can even take a measuring device there, or not a measuring device, but a pen, writing utensil. There we go. There'd be our measuring device. So yeah, once I did that, now I've got the nice little curve. So let's go ahead and the thing of all the build is, it all depends on how well the functionality for you. It's It's not for other people to go, oh, you know, you did this wrong or that, you know, should have been better. If it works for what you need it to work for, that's all that matters. So I basically cut that out there. So now when we go ahead, we line that, so we got it lined up here. If I put that down there, it's a lot closer. So then it's all the way. So it's nice to use paper. It's very simple, easy to cut. If you want to get a little more elaborate, you can always take some off of a cardboard. So let's get you reset up there, and let's make this one out of cardboard. How's that? So instead of trying to do something like that, you can actually use the template. Let's do it this way here. Right. So again, we just went and I lined up to over here. So I got that side right there. And I only cut to here. If you look to see where my paper's at, I cut to there. So that's why you're seeing this extra here not having. So then what I could always do, since this looks fairly same, I could take some more of the cardboard, just tape it on here and just keep continuing. Or actually I would cut off to where I ended and then I'd go more. Or I could even take this up higher and just keep going. So, I mean, the options are here. This is just a template. There's one thing that I did find out with doing this, and this is exactly where I started. Here, I started measuring, but when you start going up on your plane, so you're down here on this side, well, if you're up on this like plane of area, if you notice here, it actually curves in. So this whole measurement is now off. This up here is actually inward a little bit more. So that's something that when you're designing all this, maybe you want something that you have that height to see, okay, what's different now and what do you have to measure with. So them are the things that you have to figure out and decide. Same like up here. I mean, I've got down here, but then like going here, if I did something that went all the way around, I'd have to do this whole area and curvature, and then I also have all this. Even here it curves. So those are the things you have to look into when you're actually doing your build. That, or if you can see here how that curves this way, then it curves this way. Yeah, it's not all straight, you know, right angles, anything like that. You got the curvature and everything in a vehicle. So hopefully that'll help you out. Maybe as you're starting to do your plans, you know, get them all nice, good on that cardboard and everything before you decide to put it onto your piece of wood or whatever material you're making your build out of. Mine was mostly scraps, so I didn't have to worry about too much for the bottom anyhow. And then I had one nicer piece and cut that up for the rest of my framework. I'll explain a little more about that in a later video about that when I'm refurbishing all that. So let's go ahead and take you to the inside here. Okay, so I hope that sort of helped you out with the whole template, like I was trying to say. Yeah, just take your time. You know, cardboard isn't expensive, especially if you order that Amazon stuff that you're using for going on trips or your builds. You might as well get use out of some of that cardboard, and it works pretty nice. So yeah, inside, I figured this would be a couple other things. Again, everything on my build, nothing is permanent. That even goes for this rod here. You may think that it's permanent, but if you remember back in the very, very beginning, when I think I put these in, to get them around, oh, just knocked out my lights there. All right. maybe I'll show you. There we go. It's finally getting up around there. So these are actually your little wire coat hangers that you got. So if you can see right there, and they just slide over the top of this, and that's what my little rod goes on. So you know, things like that, they're simple. If it's a piece of wire, like I said, these works out great. And even up front there for my right there for my little inverter, I did the same thing. Check back on one of them earlier videos. I'll probably post it at the end of this video if anybody wants to see that a little more in detail. You just have to watch into it. Can't remember which video it was. But yeah, when it comes down to doing a build and the tips and tricks, you know, watch some YouTube videos. That's where I got a lot of my inspiration, things that I've made. The kitchen area was not totally my idea. I went and watched other people and saw their builds and how they did their functionality. I knew I had limited space and I knew sort of what I wanted to have on my build, but when it came down to it, it was still different than what I first envisioned in my head. So you can mock up stuff, you can make things out of cardboard, you can draw, you can measure, but until you start getting that build put in, you'll see that, oh, well, I guess this doesn't work because of this, you know, curved area here. It's not going to be possible, or maybe it's a little bit smaller than you envisioned. But regardless, it's for what you need for your ventures and your travels. Make it to where it's something that's enjoyable for you. So, got somebody out there revving up their engine. So otherwise, with other stuff, these nice little wires here, which I pulled some out, they were actually for those pop-up canopies. Got them at Walmart. I think it was like 15 or 20 bucks. And they just run by batteries. I did finally get some LED and to where like you can plug in, but I have yet to install them, and these still function pretty good. So yeah, I hope this helped, or you know, maybe gave you some inspiration on ideas maybe that all of you would like to try out on your car camping. It's not no like rocket science. I mean, it's all trial and error, but it's all unique for each person's individuality. I mean, for my needs, for what I like traveling, what I like doing, yes, I really wanted that shower. So on top of my vehicle, I've got the solar shower. Some people will be like, you know, I'll just stop somewhere else, or it's not a big deal. But yeah, it was something that I wanted to have that functionality. Same thing with the bed and some place to, you know, make my food. So yeah, mine, and you evolve over time. So again, if there's any tips, tricks, if you got some tips and tricks of your own that you thought of or that you've done, put them in the comments down below. I always like to hear, you know, what things that other people have tried, or maybe something that I haven't tried, and you know, we'll try it there. If there's anything else also that you want me to discuss a little further in my build, just put in the comments also down below. Otherwise, I think I've talked all of your ears off long enough. I am going to let you go. I'm going to enjoy that nice, beautiful day out there. I'll probably start on, since everything's out of my car yet again another time, work on doing that refurbishment so I can get that video up for all of you. So until next time, get out there, do your own tiny venturing. What you waiting on? Gosh, you know, that saying, what you waiting on? Snow? Well, maybe. But anyways, get out there, enjoy it, enjoy nature, enjoy just getting that rejuvenation going. So until next time, y'all take care. We'll see you soon. Bye now.